Back with Bobby and JJ Radio. I have a good friend of mine, Mr. Justin Holley here. He at one point served as the chairman of the Riverwalk Association and Hotel and Lodging Association. Right now he's with ABH Hospitality Management. We are hoping, though, that Justin might take on a new role. I want to say thanks for hanging out with us today, my man.
You bet.
So let's talk about the downtown area a little bit. It's a district that Bobby and I both live in.
Nice. Well, welcome. I hope to ask for your vote very shortly.
Yeah, you got it.
All you got to do is
all you got to do that. Bob, I mean, hopefully no one else comes in here, but for the most part, you got it for right now. So, so let's talk about your journey here in San Antonio and being in the hospitality business for a couple decades, and then what made you want to do this crazy city councilman lead?
Well, I've been an advocate for our industry for the past 18 years since I got to San Antonio.
Sure.
I've been in the business for about 25 years. But it's been frustrating as a hotelier and to see what value our industry brings to the city. It's the number one economic driver in District 1.
Right.
It's the number 3 biggest industry in the city.
Right.
And the fact is, we shouldn't be the biggest industry in the city.
Right.
We should be here supporting other industries, and our community needs to get together and start putting the business community, the neighborhoods, and the nonprofits first, where we can all work together to drive value for the residents that live here.
Sure.
And the reality is, as a service industry, people say we have low-paying jobs. Well, we have starter-paying jobs, but most of us probably sitting in this room started off in the service industry and are in different careers.
Sure.
I stuck with it and owned my own hotel management company.
Right.
You can start as a room attendant or as a busboy and end up running the major company or owning the company.
Right.
There's no glass ceiling in our industry. So when I see the decisions that are being made at the City Hall and see that the lack of understanding of looking at the neighborhoods, the nonprofits, and the business community and seeing how these initiatives are going to affect us, and the lack of reaching out to others to say, how will this affect us as a city, has caused me to say, hey, let's try this.
So
let's give it a go.
Talk about some of those effects and where you think they could lead.
Sure. So talking to the business community, we have a convention center that brings convention centers from all across the world, or conventioneers from all across the world, and we do not take the opportunity to use that as a commercial for our city. Right. We should have kiosks in there that says, hey, are you a cybersecurity conventioneer? We're now a cyber city. Mm-hmm. Why do you not think about moving your business here?
Right.
Why do you not think about our education system and how we can better educate ourselves by bringing more education initiatives to San Antonio? Because you're having your conventions here, your medical conventions, every convention that happens in the world probably comes through San Antonio at some point.
So why is it that we do such a good job bringing in conventions, but we don't market ourselves very well as a city?
Because we used to be one city. We used to be a city department. Mm-hmm. So over the past 18 years or 15 years, the industry has advocated to be a private sector convention bureau. Well, they gave us that ability a year ago. Mm-hmm. So Visit San Antonio now was created, and Visit San Antonio is now tasked to market the city. Well, because they did that, it allowed them to free up and be a little more freedom from what city is telling them they have to do.
Sure.
So they're a little more independent. Now, what we did most recently is we took the last 18 months and really put into a journey of a tourism public improvement district.
Right.
And what this has done is it'll generate, and it went into effect January 1st, but it put a 1.25% fee upon the rooms for any hotel that was over 100 rooms. And that money can be generated to accelerate efforts that are currently going on in Visit San Antonio. Well, one of those things is because it is a tourism public improvement district, it follows similar but different rules on how you can spend money. Mm-hmm. So in a hot tax, hotel occupancy tax situation, you have to spend it on generating tourism-related dollars. So every dollar you put in has to go to that. In the tourism public improvement side, you can take that money and you can look at ways to do economic development by enhancing what we're currently doing at the convention center. So if we need a kiosk or need a salesperson that can help do the site visits for a company who wants to come here, we can do that now through the Visitor Convention Center.
Right.
And help Jenna Soseda and the Economic Development Foundation, we can partner with them by using those dollars.
Right.
And I think that was instrumental, and I think is lost in sometimes when we have not deep enough conversations about how our industry affects the average person in San Antonio. because 18% of the budget of the city is determined from our industry. That's huge.
This is almost $1 out of $5.
It's $1 out of $5 that are coming from our industry. And that's fees from SAWS, fees from CPS, all the liquor fees that you pay, and all that's generated from the service industry. So we're intertwined, and a lot of people, their first job coming out of high school is going to be in our industry.
For sure.
So,
and quick takeaway while I have you here. So also in the district, being a commercial real estate agent, I'm looking for some new blood because it's hard, right? It's hard to we live, Bobby and I live 0.6 miles away from each other, and there's a huge discrepancy between the Grand Hyatt and Southtown.
Exactly.
And that I feel is because there's a lot of red tape.
Your studio is in the district.
Yeah.
This district is neighborhoods, the business community.
For sure.
And that's where we have to work together.
Yeah.
It's not an us against them situation.
Right.
We need to have a fresher view and be together. And so business, commercial, all have to work together.
Yeah, it has to. And just to make sure that it's not only District 1, but like you said, it's the third in the whole city. It's bringing in, it's the third biggest industry in the whole city.
1 out of every 7 jobs in San Antonio comes from our industry.
And so you are now running for District 1 City Councilman.
Not officially.
Not officially.
We can't file till the 16th.
So you're about to file.
Well, we will
Maybe.
intentionally file.
Well, yeah.
Intending on
filing.
Thinking about it.
I'm thinking about it.
And I want you to come back if you got some fundraisers that you want to push, and anything that you need from us, just let us know.
January 22nd at the Ancira dealership.
There you go.
Ernesto and April are coming out to endorse us, and so you can go to our website, votejustinholley.com. Visit us on Facebook, and you can check us out.
Vote Justin Holley, that's 2Ls.com. And then the 22nd, let's go to Ancira and go party and hang out and make sure that Justin gets a little further. Be right back with Bobby and JJ Radio.